Hey YouTube, welcome back to the afternoon review session. Today was actually a beautiful trend day. I mean, like, damn. I mean, right off the bat, it just started trending and it was nice. Relatively easy day to trade. And of course, it always could be more. I always could have made more, but that's what we ended today with. And the amount of shares we traded was 1,800. And just for comparison, yesterday we traded 8,600 shares, and it was like a pretty tough battle. We only came home with like $60. What I'm trying to say is that in trading, less is more. You know, quality over quantity, and that's what a lot of people say, but it's like so true, you know. So let's dig in. First, we tried on Baba. Actually, let's talk about the Big Short, the one that we missed. If you check the live trading video today, it was like the very first stock that I had on my chart, but I was getting the recording ready, and so I missed the entry, but I saw it clear as day. It's a setup that we've been eyeing down. Violence into position, wait for the bounce back, and then enter. That was exactly what happened. But happened on AMD. Things are beauty, bro. Look at that. From like dang near 112 dropping to like 101. An $11 drop today. Woo! It's pretty nuts. Look at the daily bar. Like, this is an average daily bar, which happens to be around $6. Average right here. This is large right here. This is like a $12 day. This is average right here, $5. Yeah, I would say the average on AMD on a good day is $5. Now there's the days that when you follow your plan and it just follows through so nice and beautifully, such as today, the trend days. See, these, for all the losing days that you have, these days, as long as you let the winners run, like, it's making it all back and more just because you're following your plan. Now look at this daily bar. Yeah, exactly, about $11. This is a pretty crazy bar, to say the least. Alright, but let's see what we saw. So, off the bat, this is what we saw. Boom. Violence right into position. Like, look at the size of these bars. Now look at this one. Crazy. And if I wasn't able to find an entry because this bar was too big, I was gonna wait for the bounce, the color change, to get in. Now this bar, if I were to enter at like 110, I would have had to have my stop at the top of this body, 111-ish, to even afford it. But this bar is pretty big, to say the least. From top to bottom, this thing is like $2. That's violence. So I missed that first bar anyways, but the second bar was where I could have gotten in. You see this little wick right here? That's the bounce off the 20, off the top of the Fab 4. Basically, this is what it did. Right here, a little green right here. That's exactly where I could have entered here, or as soon as really this bar turned red, so like here. And this could have been like a 2-lotter. But then I was setting up the recording and the price got down to like here. I probably could have still got gotten one lot down here instead of two, and still ride out the trend, but I just gave it up, didn't take it. Like if I entered at 109.43, I could have had my stop max at 110.43. Like yeah, it's still valid. I could have tried one lot even though the entry was a bit late. But once it ran away from me past this, I was like, oh shoot, I missed it. This is what it does. Man, drops smack into the 20. And then this part right here could have been my ad. This low key is like one leg, pause, and then I'm expecting it to maybe drop another leg like this. But you can see in the live trading video what I wanted was for this to bounce off the 200 into this 20, catch the 20, and then I get a color change off right there. But it never happened. But I can't say that this wasn't beautiful, okay? This was a color change. This is never double dipped. You know, that's the thing. Came back, triggered, never double dipped. You tried, and you get this beautiful tail right off the 200 right here that you could have entered on. And I believe it was a 60-cent bar. Yeah, beautiful. One lot, two lot, whatever you could afford. Stop right there. Yo, the rest is history, man. This is a power trend. Pop the 8 on here. This thing just just never stopped dropping. Like damn. And then it got to 101. That's where it let up a bit. And then I think it went sideways for the rest of the day. Tried going up. Pretty much the lows was 101. But yeah, that was a big time move that I missed today. But if I did catch at least one lot here at 0950, 0950 right here, and add two lots here, move my stops here, I'd have three lots. Let me see, 108.17 times 2 plus, let's say an add at 109.50. Average price 108.60. Bro, like riding this thing out. Let's just say like we were able to get 102. Probably not on the whole position, but let's say $6. It's really $6.60. Let's say $6 a lot. 3 lots. That's $1,800, bro. Let's say we didn't even get the the full $6 move. $5 times 3 lots, $1,500, bro. And that's not even accounting for all the ads that could have gone down in here. Here. That's not even accounting for if I added at all those places. So we kind of missed out big time today. Pretty big time. Look at the violent bar slamming into the 200 on 15 as well, like against position. No bounce back at all. It just seared through. I mean, that's literally what we've been training to look for. And I literally identified it, but missed the trade. Probably should have entered here at least, but I have. All right, let's go into the trades I did take. Baba. So Baba off the open, I was trying to go long. Got these red bars dropping into the 200, but like really no follow through. I want to say they're violent, not like AMD. It's like it has a like half body, half tail. Like it's not a full solid violent bar, you know. But what is violent is this green one to the upside. So I'm thinking, oh, I'll take that. So I take one lot at 90.61 around here. Probably could have been earlier if I was monitoring it, but basically entered one there with the, I'm pretty sure I just placed my stop under this event, which was happened to be under the 200, and the position was here. So name, elephant bar, plus, enter an anticipation, position, literally right above the Fab 4, right off the 200. And then risk, I think I was only risking like 60 bucks. And at 60, I had my stop at like the whole number. 90, yeah, 60 bucks. Then I get an ad, I believe on this bar. I add on the color change. One lot here at 96, 90, 60. So I get an ad there for one lot. And I just, now my average price is around 90.61, so I move my stop to 90.11, 50 cents per lot. Still below the 200. I just didn't want to stop out within this bar's range over here. Right here. Shooting its power to the left in the 200. Egyptian cotton, 2-ply Egyptian cotton. And then I was anticipating a double dip, which didn't come. I guess it did color change here. I don't think I added on that one. I think I added on this one right here. No, I added on this. So this bar closed right here, pretty bullish, right off the 20. So I'm thinking, oh, this could finally go. So I'm looking for the hidden color change. Happens right here. This bar's red, takes out. So I add like 2 here at 90.65. Somewhere around there, yeah. And then I have a separate stop below this, which you can see takes out. Oh shoot. Gotta redraw this. So the ad was here, one lot, and then ad was here, 2 lots, separate stop, which stopped out at 2, and then no, I did mean to stop out at 2, but I ended up stopping out at 3 because I just accidentally pressed the hotkey 3 times, so I had 1 lot left. And then yeah, I probably should have gotten out here as soon as it broke that 20 and I saw that it wasn't holding anymore. But I gave the 200 one last chance, and that thing just really disappointed me. I stopped out of everything, I believe, at 91. Yeah. Oh yeah. I also happened to stop in reverse there. which is the second play. So let's get that in the journal. Boom. Bada bang. It was good. I mean, just like no follow through though. Everything else was trending, and it just seemed like I picked a stock that didn't go anywhere. Valid entry and ads, in my opinion. Good effort holding the stop at max below the 200. Just got absolutely no follow through. Seemed like I picked the stock that was not moving anywhere, even though all other stocks were moving. So that's what happened. Yeah. After adding on the hidden color change, I tightened stop up under event. So it was like boom or bust. It either goes, if I cut it out because no follow through. And I meant to only take 2 off, but I pressed the hotkey 3 times. For the last lot, I probably could have just stopped out on the break of the 20 right here at 90.30, save like 20 cents, and save like 20 cents, but I wanted to have faith in the big bars range and with the 200 right below, but it ended up just disappointing. In the end, it was okay though. I lost within my risk parameters, so wasn't over leveraged or anything, or holding onto a losing trade past my max loss per trade. So I believe this trade I think it lost a perfect $100 if I'm right. Let me do the math. 61 minus 47, 60 minus 47, 65 minus 47, and then 65 minus 10. Yeah, this was a perfect $100 loss. So it just no follow through. But because of that, I think I probably could have cut it a bit earlier, right here, and like lose like 80 bucks instead of 100. But that's like the only mistake I see. Or I don't even know if it's a mistake, but I just had faith in the position, like this bar's range with the 200 right there, hoping that maybe it could bounce up, but at least I wasn't holding all 4 lots down here, you know. Otherwise, that would have been a problem. I would have lost like 55 on each lot if I did that. But we lost 100 as a whole, and that's it. So we're good. Next trade. Let's just talk about the accidental Baba trade. So I had a hard stop that was set here at 90.10 for the last lot, but the hard stop was set to 2 lots. So it stopped out my 1 lot and then put me in 1 lot short. So it was kind of accidental. But anyways, I guess you could call it a happy accident because then I checked to see if I should just like bunk out the position, take out the lot. But then I saw, you know what, this might have potential to go down. So I just left it. So I had 1 like here, had my stop like here. It was in at 90.1, stop at like 90.36. So it was risking only like 25 cents, so it wasn't nothing too crazy. But name, stop and reverse. I don't know if I would call that a elephant bar, but if you combine these two, it's pretty, I would say that's violence compared to this BS. You know, like this compared to this was actually showing direction and momentum. So I would say elephant move or violent move. It's not that violent, but compared to what it was shown before, position clearing 20. Oh yeah, and it was clearing all this price action. Clearing 200, I mean. Clearing the 200. And like we were really undersized because like I didn't really even mean to take this trade. Basically what I did was I just moved my stop to break even and let it do its thing. It was trending pretty nicely for a second, but like pop the 8 on here. Look at that. So at first I moved my stop here, but then I'm like, I was trading Apple at the same time as this, so I wasn't giving it my attention. So I was just like sitting back. I moved it here first, but then I'm like, I'll give this space to go. So I just let it sit at break even. So as you can see, I was in 90.1 and it got out at 90.06 plus like $4. Nothing crazy. Break even trade. But I guess if I locked in this, I would have basically gotten out on the break of the 8 and locked in 83. What is that? A bit under 30 bucks, like 27 bucks. But yeah, I wasn't really focused on this because I was trading Apple. The cool thing about this though, I'll show you after. This trade was accidental. Had a hard stop for my last lot on the prior long, but it was set for 2 lots, so it stopped my 1 lot out and put me 1 lot short. But after reassessing the situation, I said, this actually isn't too bad. Isn't too bad of a short. So I left the 1 lot. With an event stop above the 200. Compared to the chop it was putting in earlier, the red bars, although I wouldn't say are too powerful or violent, definitely showed some direction, showed at least some direction and momentum, which was to the downside. So shorts made sense. Happy accident, but I really didn't take this trade seriously. I just left the stop at break even and let it do its thing. I could have trailed and locked in maybe 27-ish cents on the break of the 8. Funny thing is that if I left this at the OG stop above the 200, this time around the 200 would have actually helped me. What do I mean by that? That's the funny thing. So on the long, I left my stop here, right? Hoping the 200 would save me. But no, it just disappointed. But the short this time, if I had left the stop here, but like, it's in hindsight, you know, you can't entirely tell. Because like this thing was trending. It broke both the 8 right here and the 20 right here. So like anything past this is kind of like a whole different trade, you know? Because if you were following your plan and this thing like breaks the 20 and breaks the trend, like, You know, that's not trading your plan. But just in hindsight, if I left my stop up here, this time the 200 would have actually held and it went lower. I don't know how low. Let's see. So this was the lowest. I mean, even till the end of the day, I had my stop at 90.33, right? Yeah. The end of the day actually closed at 89.10. So that would have low-key gave me like $1 if I just did nothing. But I moved to break even, and then yeah. This is a whole different trade we're talking about because it disrespected the MAs. So I don't think I would have even made it if I was properly trading and like fully monitoring this thing. But alright, the serious trade for today was Apple. Beautiful trend as well. So let me run you through what I did. This was a 5-minute trade. So Apple, I mean, look at the position of that bar. Dropping right off that 20, right off this 20, right off that 20. And pretty sure on the 2-minute it was like right off the 200. Yeah, look at that violent ass bar off the 200 through the 200. That's violence. But I missed that. What I did get was this over here. Beautiful pullback to the MA. I put 4 lots. 4 lots right there. With the stop right over the top. Name. Pullback color change. You know the usual. Position. Declining 8 MA. With, look, it's also within this bar's range. Violence. So I liked how the pullback wasn't too deep. Stayed below 50%. Below 50%. And then you got risk. Good. So I took one off at 79. 3 pushes. 1, 2, 3. 179 around here. Took one off. I took one off at the 200 around here. Took one off. Yeah, I didn't really add on this. Then I went to the 2-minute to trail. So look at the whole ass trend. I had a trail right here on top of this big bar, and then I went bar by bar. So one out here, one out here, and then I had one that was out here. Then we were out of everything. So that was plus 618 bucks. Pretty solid day. Pretty solid trade. What could I have done better? So I asked my mentor, I asked, if I trigger in on the 5-minute, should I trail on the 5-minute or the 2-minute? He said the best thing you could do is basically trade the time frame you're trading. Focus on that. Because the 2-minute could like get you distracted and whatnot. But after we journal this, let's go back and see if the 5-minute trail would have helped me out better. So this was a good trade as well. And of course, so let's see what we could have done. Great entries. Great entry. However, there was no ad. Probably could have built up some fat profits if I found an ad. Profit takes were valid. First one off 3 pushes. Second one had more than 3 pushes, coming right into the 200. And the last 2 trailing. I mean, beautiful trade. Could there have been ads? I don't know. It was grinding pretty hard. It's kind of hard to find ads when it doesn't pull back. Maybe here. Maybe here. Here maybe. But also when it gets later in the trend, you don't really want to add. It's just a bit difficult to find ads when something is grinding down. Tiny red bar after tiny red bar. It's easier to find a definitive ad when price actually pulls back. You know what I mean? Like this is red bar after red bar, no pullbacks. And also as price gets extended, you don't really want to add. You don't really want to add because price has gone so much. Heavier ads should come in the first third of the move. And it's kind of hard to tell because, I mean, it's all in hindsight where you could tell and slice this up into thirds, but you know, this was already a fat drop right here. This thing's just grinding down. But anyways, let's see where we could have trailed out on the 5 minute. Break of the 8, let's see. Because this thing pulled to the 8. So that gives you a reference of which MA to use. It respects it here once again, and it officially breaks it here. So if we trailed out on top of this bar, we would have locked in 178.15 on the trail, and I locked in 177.84 on the 2 minute. So it was a bit more precise here. I actually locked in more on this bar by bar. This big bar, I locked in 178.08 at the top, which I guess is like pretty much the same, 7 cents ish off this 8 MA break. Then it kind of goes sideways, And if you're waiting for the 20 MA break, you get it right here. Breaks at 78.14. Basically, again, where this one stopped out. Yeah. So both the break of the 8 and the 20 in the same area. And then, like, it's about the same area on both. Why am I saying that? Like, this thing starts going sideways. Ultimately, it does trade like way lower. Like, this looks way lower. But your trade is here, and you're managing here. In this part, it actually goes sideways. You wouldn't have known if this would have popped up or go down. So unless you had stops at like maybe break even, you wouldn't have caught this leg, because that's like an entirely different trade at that point. Like, look, this gets sloppy here. The 15-minute, you can see it. It gets sloppy. Let's say you were trailing the 15, it gets sloppy over here. I would say it broke it there. Like 178, yeah, in the same zone, 178.20. This is like an entirely different trade. Like, there's an entry here and an entry here on the pullback. But if you were truly trading the 5-minute, or for me at least, my trails are the MAs. So I look at which MA is relevant. Basically, which one is it respecting? The 8 right here, the 8 right here. So on my first one, I'm gonna look to get out on the break of the 8, which the trade ends here. So no way in heck would you have caught the lows of the day, unless you had like your stop sitting up here and you just walked away. Boom or bust. Either it takes you out at your thing, or it goes even lower, or like, I don't know, in between, trading sideways, whatever the outcome is. But yeah, the trade really did end when I took it out anyways, because it started going sideways. So it was a valid trade. Potentially could have had ads. I mean, maybe this right here, small bar ignored. Like, maybe if you finessed it, you know. Right here, a hidden color change. But that takes like experience and whatnot. This red bar after red bar is kind of hard to enter compared to when I initially entered. You see the pullback is like pretty damn clear. But yeah, that was today's trades. 1,800 shares, traded less. Less is more, you know. And then missed AMD. That thing was just a beauty, bro. Go check out my live trading video for today, August the 24th, 2023. And you'll see the very first chart I have when the recording starts is AMD. And I recognized the violence, and I was trying to find a bounce, a hidden color change, or a regular color change to enter on, but I never got it, and I missed out. And I wouldn't even look. I wanted this thing to bounce off the 200, catch on the 20. Like, I wouldn't even consider this a bounce. It was just a rest, but it did trigger. Nonetheless, I just didn't take it. This color change right here, stop here, this tail right here, and it worked out beautifully. See, this is the days that pay you back, you know. These are the days that reward you for following your plan. These abnormal days, $11 days, and it was pretty easy to trade. off the bat, I already recognized. I don't know why I just didn't take them. I guess I wanted to bounce. And then I thought I missed it, but realistically I could have just tried one lot at 109.40ish. And for all it went to like 101.20, that's like an $8 move. One lot alone would have made more than this. Could have easily been a $1 grand, $2 grand day on AMD. But yeah, that's it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed, and peace.